are now listening to the Ya Shhh Podcast with Chanel D. You on the T?
Oh, yes.
She got it. No filter.
Let's do it.
But be careful, though, because she might be talking about you.
It's the Ya Shhh Podcast with your girl Chanel D, the coolest month on the planet. Hey, boyfriends. Hey, girlfriends. Now, I want to talk about something that I've been seeing this topic come up a lot lately. And basically, it's when you are someone who don't have children or a child, and you're dealing with somebody who does have children or a child. Now, one thing I could definitely put out there, it is not for the weak. Okay, when you don't have children and you are dealing with someone who does have children, I don't care how old the kid is, you have to be confident. You got to be strong. You got to be able to trust your partner, because it comes with a lot. And if you're dealing with somebody who has a young child, I mean young, like grade school young, at the age, like young enough that the kid can't travel to their other parent's house alone, you have to be mentally prepared for that. Because one thing you have to understand is that if you dealing with somebody who's not a deadbeat, which you should not, if they're a deadbeat, you shouldn't be giving them no puss or no penis, okay? But if you're dealing with somebody who's not a deadbeat, you got to understand that they are going to spend time with their child. And you have to also understand that there is a possibility that you will never, okay? You will never be number one in this person's life. Because 9 out of 10, the child comes first. And then after the child follows their parent. After their parent is you. So you got to understand that you will never, ever, ever be number one in their life. And I'm not saying that the person will disrespect you, because that's just stupid. You don't have to disrespect. Disrespect is not even a factor. But what I'm saying is you got to understand that before your wants and needs are fulfilled, their kid wants and needs are going to be fulfilled. Now, don't get me wrong. This is if you're dealing with someone who has a small child. Now, if they have an adult child, oh, that's a whole different ball game. Because an adult like us, we have opinions and we talk. And if we don't like somebody, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but if I don't like somebody, I'm not going to be disrespectful, but you're going to know I'm not feeling that ass. Then when you're dealing with somebody who has a kid who's in grade school, you got to understand that that's a package deal. You're not just going to meet that kid and be in la la land. No, you're going to have to meet the kid. Then you got to meet the other parent. So not only do you have to go through this of meeting a kid and the kid liking you or the kid agreeing with you and whatever else, wanting you around, which in most cases is very important. Because if the kid don't like you, how will the relationship work out if this is an active parent you messing with? Then you got to meet the mother or the father. And who knows if they bitter. And I'm not even going to just say a bitter baby mother, because the men can be bitter too. There's bitter baby fathers too. So you just don't know what you're going to get when you're dealing with somebody with a kid. This is what I'm saying. You got to be very, very open-minded. Again, it is not for the weak. You are a person who wants 24/7 attention. It's not for you. It's you dealing with somebody with a kid. It's not for you. With a small child, it is not for you, because that kid deserves that attention too. So you're going to get some of the day, I'm sure. But that baby, that kid, that child comes first, comes before you. And that's just the name of the game. And I hear a lot of people saying, oh, the kid is 10 years old. He don't want the mother no more. The kid is 10 years old. He don't want the father no more. And you ask the question, well, when did they break up? When did the mother and the father break up? And you don't know. That's a problem. The age of the child does not matter. This is what people who have no children fail to realize. The age does not matter. You can have a 10-year-old kid, and you could be dealing with somebody who has a 10-year-old kid, and the mother and the father just broke up when the kid was 9 years old. That's a fresh ass breakup. That's a fresh breakup. This is why it's certain questions you need to ask when you don't have children. If you have friends who have children, just pay attention to what they go through. If they're not with the mother or the father of their kid, pay attention to what they go through and take note. Also, the kid, if you ever come in contact with the kid themselves. The kid, pay attention to what they say, because those little shits, okay? They got, kids have no filter at all. Let me tell y'all a little story time, then I'm going to get back on track. Little story time. One day, I was out, a group of people. It's a group of us outside. I'm dealing with a guy who has a kid. And it's a group of us. And the little kid says, in front of everybody, in front of myself and him, so-and-so, talk about the guy I'm with, so-and-so got 2 girlfriends. He was with one girlfriend yesterday, and now he with Chanel. Immediately, boom, headache. I immediately had a headache. You know why? Because that was the penis poking through my forehead. Because, boom, right then and there, I felt like a dickhead. I felt so stupid that this little kid said this, and it's like, I know the kid the kid meant no harm. It's a kid. He like, the kid don't know. But I felt like a dickhead because there was so many signs before that I ignored. And if only I would have known the shit that comes with dealing with somebody with a kid, then baby, I would have stepped back a long time ago. Okay? So it's like, don't ignore the red flags. Red flags are shown. If you dealing with if you dealing with this man or this woman and they have to go to the mother of their child house to hang out with the kid, you have to have enough trust in you and for that person, for your mate, that you trust that this person is going to go over there and genuinely hang out with their kid and not be all up in the mother or the father of their child face. Because from experience, they be in the mother and the father face. Trust what I tell you. I'm telling you because I know some shit. Pay attention. If you need to take note, if you need to put me on pause, rewind it, jot it down, go ahead, because I'm telling you, okay? If he or she goes to the mother house and you call them and they don't answer and they say, oh, my phone was on vibrate. All right? Did y'all see that? Because when I clapped, I saw a flag go up. Y'all ain't see it? I hope y'all paying attention. Also, it is very important to pay attention. Well, to me, it is very important to pay attention to how often this person spends time with their child, because you don't want to deal with no deadbeat. Yes, you want your time, but you also don't want to deal with a deadbeat. So if you're dealing with somebody, he said, oh yeah, I got kids, or I got a kid, and you know, respectfully, you gonna ask how's your kid doing every time y'all speak. 9 out of 10. That's what I do. How's your kid doing? And da da da. Now, if he says that he spends time with his kid once a month, that's a red flag. You're a deadbeat. Because why are you only with this kid once a month? Especially if they in the same city, same state. There's no excuse. I don't care how much the mother or the father of your child is being bitter. You have every right. If the parent don't go to court for legal rights, if the parent don't go to court for sole custody, then both parents have 50-50 rights to their child. Or reality, the state got rights. But we speak in parental here. Both parents have 50-50 rights. So that's no excuse. To see a kid once a month is a red flag. Pay attention to that. Oh, and just know that you may not get invited to the graduation. You may not get invited to the birthday parties either. You have to understand that as just the girlfriend or just the boyfriend, it is you. You don't have to be there. Pay attention to how the person you dealing with talks about the other parent of their child. Pay attention to that shit too, because that alone is another red flag. If they are dogging this person out, if they talking crazy, talking shit about this person, talking mad shit about this person, pay attention to that. Because if this person you're dealing with tells you that they hate, oh, I can't stand this bitch, I hate him, I hate her, and da-da-da-da-da. If they doing all that, they act like their skin is cringing, just the thought of their name. Baby, listen to me. It's usually the opposite. Because when you genuinely have no feelings for the other person, you literally have no feelings, meaning no love, no hate. The person's just there. Okay? Pay attention to that too. Because that too is a red flag. Now, don't get me wrong. Dealing with somebody, because I just feel like I just went in with a whole bunch of negative shit. But I'm just trying to give y'all some tips and whatever came in my head. I'm sure there's more that's going to come in my head. I'm probably going to be like, damn, I forgot to say this, da da da. But y'all get the gist of it. Now, it's not all bad dealing with somebody who has a kid. It's really not. Me, as a mother, I would honestly not mind dealing with somebody who has a kid. Like, I like it. I like dealing with somebody who has a kid because I feel like it's more relatable. They can understand where I'm coming from. If we make plans and I have to, cancel abruptly, 9 out of 10, that other parent should understand. As long as it's not a consistent thing. That's another red flag, y'all. If y'all dealing with somebody who has a kid or children and they continuously cancel on you, pay attention to that too. That's a problem. But on a good note, you get to see a softer side of this person. You see them in a lovey-dovey, mushy way. I don't care, the toughest person, the toughest soldier is mushy when it comes to their kid, okay? Unless they on some abusive type shit. But that's when you see the softer side of them, and that's the side that you embrace. It's like, it's attractive. To me, seeing a father bond with his child is like, that's so fly to me. Like, it's just like, wow, look at you being all zaddy-ish. But it's a different type of zaddy, but you get what I'm saying. It's just, a father will understand more than a person who don't has a child. They will understand more. If my kid is sick, I got to cancel. Or my kid is sick, I got to stop what we doing right now. Wherever we are, whatever we doing, I have to stop and I have to go here. Or, yeah, we want to take a vacation, but before I do that, I have to find a babysitter. And depending on how much you like this person, you probably could could. I ain't say should. I mean, maybe you should. Shit. If y'all taking a vacation, then you probably should go half and half with shorty on the babysitter. Especially if the kid is going to be is going to be with the babysitter for at least 3 to 4 days. You should help out with that. I mean, I'm just saying, it's not your kid. You ain't obligated to it. But you got to understand, when you taking on somebody with a kid, you taking on a responsibility too. And no, you don't have to play daddy. You don't have to play mommy, especially not in the beginning. But if y'all years in, then yes, you are to play a role. You don't you don't spank the child. You do not spank nobody else's kid. I don't know anybody in their right ass mind who would give the next person who is not the parent the right to spank or discipline their kid in that way. I ain't having it. Don't put your fingers on my kid. Like, no. I'm paying close attention if you yell. Don't even raise your voice. Yes, you can say no. Absolutely. No is a word that I think anybody should get comfortable using. But as far as raising your voice, no. You address me first. Let me do that. I'd be damned if I watch the next person hurt my baby feelings. Shit. And if you so happen to have a kid with a person who had a child prior to y'all, one thing I want to put out there, because I see this a lot too, and this is very hurtful to witness. Do not disown that kid that they had first with somebody else, because that happens all the time. Not only does the father do it, because yes, that's not your kid, but you started a family. It's called a blended family, okay? So when y'all become a blended family, y'all all become a unit. Now, I see this happen a lot. The father disowns, like, it does not acknowledge the child that was there prior to their relationship. And it's not just the father who does it. Sad to say, but the mother does it too. They completely disown the child or the children they had with a prior relationship, because they are with this person now. They don't pay no mind to that other kid, to the first kid or the first children. That's not fair. All children should be loved equally, whether it's your biological child or not. All children should be loved equally. I don't care. It's, if y'all not together no more, then that's one thing. You take care of your child. Don't disrespect nobody else's kid. But if y'all all together, that kid is now your responsibility too. And let's not be shallow here and automatically assume because in your opinion, you feel as though you look better than the mother or the father of that child. One thing you should remember is that the person you're dealing with, your mate, was also once attracted to the mother or the father of their child. So don't get it twisted and think and automatically assume, oh, because I look better than them, he or she is going to like me immediately, or he or she is going to like me more. No, it's not a competition. You should not be in competition with the mother or the father of your mate's child. If it gets there, then it's up to the mother or the father. It's up to your mate to stop that, because there's no competition. If they're really over, there's nothing to compete against. It's you and him now. That's it. It's y'all time. And in all reality, truthfully speaking, you don't want the mother or father and your mate to be beefing. You don't want that type of shit, because you want this to be as smooth as possible. This is what I'm saying. When I say mind your business, stay out of that mother and father beef. Stay out of it. Unless your mate asks you for your opinion, stay out of it. Be his shoulder. That's it. Be his Tylenol. Don't be his headache. Some people will say, oh, if they're going to deal with somebody with a kid, then they just going to be a sneaky link. Okay, to each his own. If that's what you want to do, then you go ahead and you just be a sneaky link. You come in when the kid is asleep, you leave before the kid wakes up. Perfectly fine. That's up to you. To each his own. Like I said, whatever floats your boat. You like it, I love it. Kudos to you. But me, no. Ain't no sneaky links. I'm a grown-ass woman. Ain't no sneaking nowhere. I'm not sneaky linking with nobody. Ain't nobody sneaky linking with me. We not doing that. I'm not that little, no. I'm not no little-ass kid no more. Hell no. But a bitch ain't gonna front. Sometimes a sneaky link be fun. But if you are a person who knows you catch feelings after you give up the cooch or after you give up the penis, then a buddy relationship is not for you. So if you putting yourself in that type of situation, you ain't doing nothing but setting yourself up to get hurt, because it's supposed to be, it is what it is, keep it moving, and that's it. Now, you catch feelings, that's completely up to you. Don't go around breaking your own hearts. That's a whole nother topic that I'm going to talk about later. Next episode I will talk about that. But don't go around breaking your own hearts now, because you just want this person so bad that you willing to downplay yourself and your own potential and deal with somebody on a sneaky link shit. If you know that's not for you, don't do it. You got to learn to be real with yourself. And be careful who y'all date. Be careful who y'all bring into your life. Because listen, bringing certain people into your life, everybody is not there for a good reason. So you just really got to pay attention. Especially when you have a kid, you got to pay attention to the type of person you bringing around your child, bringing into your space. Like, your home is your sacred space. Your body is your temple, whether you a male or a female. And you just got to pay attention to red flags, period. Not only when you have a kid, but just period. Pay attention to all those flags, because shit be right there and we look past it because we just like this person so much. Don't ever in your life lower your potential to satisfy the next person, because like I said before, you're going to be breaking your own heart. Don't do that shit. Nobody should have that much power over you. And then ladies, one thing I want y'all to understand. No, matter of fact, this is for everybody, men and women. I want y'all to know and understand that some people only deal with you to break you down. Some people come into your life, they see you on your shit, you got everything you need, everything you want, you work hard for your shit, you a person who got everything in order, or you put it out there that you have everything in order. Then this person coming into your life. Now, if you ignore these flags, then later on down the line, you're going to realize this person came into my life to fuck shit up and leave. But all along, you ignored those flags. You got people who feed off of that. You got people who, they see you on your shit. And instead of them continuously encouraging you, they downing you. They downplaying everything you do. They don't compliment shit about you. Let me tell y'all, speaking from experience, y'all know I only like to speak from experience. Anything I talk about is because I've experienced this shit firsthand. I'm not talking based off of nobody else's experience, because it's I don't know, because it's nothing that I went through. So based on experience, I've dealt with somebody who I was into this guy, okay? Like, I liked him a lot. Like, I was really attracted to this guy. And if you know me, you know I grind hard, okay? Everything I have, I work very hard for everything I have. And I take pride in everything I have. And me and him talking, he made it seem as if everything about him matches everything with me. You know, we go hand in hand, bounce off each other. Cool, perfect, exactly what I need. He witnessed all of this in me. He witnessed me on my shit. When it came down to him, it was complete opposite of me. Complete opposite of everything that he had. But at this point, by the time I started paying attention, I was already in it. I was already, like, not far gone, but I was in it and the feelings were there. When before I noticed it, it's like he sold me a dream, because it's like, oh, I live on my own, you know, but he was saying, yeah, I'm looking for, I'm in the process of finding a condo now. So right now I'm living with my mom's. Here we go, 8 months in, and you still living with your mom's. You ain't looking for a condo this long. Oh, I'm gonna come and get you, but my mom got the car, and his mother always had the car. Come to find out, that's her car. Of course she gonna have the car. That's her shit. What? Like, it was just too much. It was just too much. And I noticed all this shit in the beginning. You know, I was all giddy and, oh, it's okay. But in the process, when he came to my house, I'm like, oh, I got a nice place, right? Like, my place. First of all, I shouldn't have to say that. He was like, oh, it's all right. It's all right. It's cool. I bought a new car. Oh, why you buy this? Who buys this? And, why would you get this? And, oh, this what you... All of that shit, like anything I took pride in, he downplayed it. Pay attention to shit like that. It is exposed to you early. A person could only fake the funk for but so long. Okay? So pay attention to all of that type of shit. People come into your life to destroy. Not everybody, but some people. And it is very important that you don't ignore it. Because let me tell you, these will be the same bums who walking down the street with their homeboys and they like, yo, bro, take a picture of me in front of this car. This shit match my fit. And then they post it to Instagram and Facebook and have the world thinking he's fly as fuck. He's on his A game. When in all reality, he's fronting. But he's downing you. So here you go questioning yourself because you're dealing with this bum. Y'all. Woo, I almost slipped up and said a name. Or the same one who'll see a celebrity, take a picture with the celebrity, and then post up, oh, me and the bro working. We all know somebody like that, because no, the fuck you not. You're not working. You were walking and you saw him and you asked him for a picture. Because a month or two later, where was that work? Where's the result of the work you and so did together? You're lying. Ladies, don't let these type of clowns fool you. Men, don't let these type of hussies fool you. Because let me tell you something. People, y'all hate when people filter their pictures, but how about when they filter their lives? That's even worse. People, you better live in your truth. Be who you are. Love it. Love every inch of you. Don't let nobody downplay shit you got going for yourself. Anything you have is something you work for. Anywhere you are in life this is my positive note, y'all. Anywhere you are in life is because of a decision you made. Anything you have in life is because of a decision you made. So make the right decisions, not just with jobs, not just with friends, but for your love life too. Make the right decisions. Don't ignore the red flags because the shits are right there. They present themselves in broad daylight. If you have to question it, 9 out of 10, it's not for you. And that goes for everything. With that being said, Chanel D, talk your shh, and I'm out.